Hello and welcome to the Mattniverse. Today we're going to further explore HiveSwap Friendsim. Now we're on volume 6 and on the second half of it, so now we get to meet the other two people that we didn't meet last time. Gotta skip all that. So we met Elward, went to some interesting places, kind of found out who she was a little bit, had a little fake date. Now we go to Krumpa, and I still have no idea how to say that one. Folykl, I guess? We'll go with that. Hopefully it works out. We'll see. Wandering deeper into the city, you wash up on the shores of what looks like a rougher part of town. Comparatively, everything about Alternia is rough. But down here, the streets get narrower, dingier. The buildings are run down. Streetlights flicker and the patrolling drones look less inclined to serve and protect and more likely to shoot you and claim it was self-defense. You haven't seen any tracks, but if you had, this place would definitely be on the wrong side of them. Again, empathetically, you don't know what you're talking about. Everything you know has been gleaned from exceedingly painful trial by fire. But this looks like the sort of place no one cares about except the people who live there. A noisy group of trolls spills out on the street up ahead, and you quickly duck behind a row of garbage cans. Why are you hiding? You have recently become gun-shy around groups. Oh, I guess we're talking about that incident. Especially since most of these guys look fancy and are wearing symbols in varying shades of blue. Not to generalize, but blue bloods are starting to freak you out. Everybody here messes with you, but the higher castes do it with a government sanction. These particular blue bloods all look lost as you did several friends ago, gazing around in varying flavors of bemusement and frustration. They glance nervously between each other and looming buildings on either side. Oh, hello. Out of nowhere. A lot of LOLs. With a hot jolt of adrenaline, you realize you aren't the only person hiding in a pile of garbage. There's someone else. Two someones, actually. What you initially take as one large lumpy troll resolves on second glance into two smaller trolls. Some weird music going along with this. A girl and a boy. Oh. The girl is clinging to the boy's back like a very greasy sloth. It looks like a pretty precarious position, in your opinion. You've recently become an expert in falling down. They are both skinny and stringy, and damn, you thought that smell was from the garbage, but it might be them. Oh, goody. Blue's just busy living their pathetic lives, walking out of their hives, straight into our trap. Idiots, never see it coming. Why is that so spaced out? You ask if they mean the trolls out on the street. Probably you should just mind your own business. But when the fuck have you ever done that before? Also, it's nice to see someone besides you getting mocked for once. You kinda want to join in on the mocking. Who the fuck are you? Where'd you come from? A trash creature? Born out of the trash? Well, so much for not getting mocked at. These two are probably equal opportunity mockers, though. They mock everyone, kind of like Polypa had been with murder. Polly had been with murder? Oh, okay. They keep snickering. You can't help thinking you're being called out. Stick up for yourself, or take it lying down. Stick up for ourselves. Let's see what happens with that. We don't want to be a coward. Not at the beginning. We'll see what happens. You put it to them offhandingly that perhaps it is they who are the trash creakers, since they are the ones who smell like they've been rolling in it for the past few days. For some reason, this makes them laugh even harder. Crump, check out the badass we got here. MFW, okay. Freaky Coldbait Nerd Lord talks back. Why don't you run and cry about it? Yeah, go and tell your Lucis on us. The girl tugs at the boy's hair, and then they're off, cackling and running up the street with a weird, stumbling gait. Oh, I guess that was the wrong choice then. They leave you all on your lonesome, fresh friendship opportunities withering on the vine. You probably dodged a bullet, but you can't prevent the outcoming, or the oncoming. Chemo, it's for the best. It probably is, but we're here for friendship, so we're gonna have to go back into that. Very weird and very off-putting music I was not expecting. Okay, try that again. Speed up. And stop. So, take it lying down, apparently. You never thought about a weirdly sexual idiom, that is. Regardless, you decide to swallow your protests. Hey, that's pretty sexual also. It kind of is, but we're not talking about that. Thanks, English language. Yes, very immature people these days. You don't want to start out a friendship with hostility. If you'd had parents, they would have told you that two wrongs don't make a right. You could argue it isn't worth trying to befriend people who open with insults, but that's just how people are here. You gotta roll with it or get out of town. And since you literally can't go anywhere, you'll just roll, and you really, really want more friends. Addiction is a powerful thing. You admit that you don't have a lusus, and that you are pretty used to insults these days. You included an infected shrug to demonstrate just how easily everything rolls off your back. You add in a contrite little kick at the pavement and hang your head, even if you aren't quite sure what you did wrong. Rusty dunks on their own damn self. Don't have to do shit. This could be kind of relaxing for us. The girl turns her weird, spidery face towards you. Jesus. You should come. Hang out. I'm just gonna add those as pauses, because that's just what they look like. They're just really weird and spaced out. Wait, what? You want to hang out with this bottom feeder? They look like a huge drag. I already have enough dead weight with your ass to drag around. Oh man, you really hit the jackpot with these two, or with these guys. Two friends for the price of one. To answer your earlier question that you may have forgotten you asked, Kuprum hacked their Palmhook's GPS to bring them down here. Idiots can't do shit without their fancy tech. The Blue Bloods are all arguing now. Somebody throws a punch. You figure it's a good prank. If a little mean-spirited, Folykl stops yanking at Kuprum's hair and looks at you. Wow, you really are pretty basic. Hey, Kuprum. She gives his hair another yank. Looks like reins in his, and he's her horse. Kuprum grins, showing a bunch of big, blunt teeth. He raises a hand that cackles with white-hot energy. That looks purple and yellow to me, but okay. Your stomach clenches and your feet leave the pavement just for your toes to drag along the ground as you float over to them. Apparently he has telekinesis. That is some awesome powers. Although, be it weird, that I don't get the goggles either. Very weird purple-yellow, but whatever. For a few seconds, you have zero control over your body. Kuprum lets you go, and you land hard enough that your heels to make ankles twinge. One of the flickering streetlights shines down on Folykl's face. What you initially taken as deep-set eyes are actually no eyes. They are black holes in her face. It looks super creepy, and also super painful. That explains a lot then. I was kind of wondering about that, but I guess she has no eyes. That explains why she's on his back. Yeah, so what? You think I would just have eyes like some kind of normie? You would never accuse her of that. That isn't really a word you have in your lexicon. LOL. He keeps doing that, saying the word instead of laughing. It's actually a hell of a power play. Goddamn idiot doesn't know a case of viodrot when they see it. Viodrot? Have you never met a Goldblood before? You have, but you aren't sure if Sarava counts. They're an internet celebrity, for one thing. For another, they have eyes. Well, one eye. And the other one wasn't lost to viodrot, whatever the hell that is. You wonder if that's why she's on top of Kuprum. She's some kind of combination steed and seeing eye dog. Viodrot means my body doesn't retain energy like it's supposed to. Just look it up on Google. It means I'm dying constantly, all the time. You almost point out that technically everyone is dying all the time, but you sent this isn't the moment for fake deep fuckery. That really sounds like it blows though. You tell her how sorry you are. What do you mean? Why would you be sorry? You didn't do anything. Besides, stand there, looking ugly. Aww. Idiot thinks it makes a difference. Like what they think actually matters. LOL. Can't wait for Trizza to take this one down to the coal feuds for a little R&R. Rest and relaxation? That sounds nice, actually. Rampage and rending. Ah. Wow. And here was me thinking we could get through a whole conversation without bringing up precious Trizza. LOL, Trizza rules. I love Trizza. I know, dipshit. You rack your recent memories trying to figure out if you know what a Trizza is, or who. Trizza is basically the third member of this relationship, considering how goddamn horny you are. What? To get her cybernetic tentacles up in you? Okay then. Yeah, I'm with him on that one. Wow. What? Is that supposed to make me feel bad? Sounds great, actually. You watch too much Eastern Alternian pornography. It'll be way better than sitting around with you, always sucking me dry. This sure is something you're witnessing right here. It must be that blackroom stuff Zebra had briefly filled you in on. You cock a hip and cock a hip? What? Okay. And compliment them on their obviously incredibly healthy pitch romance they got going on here. Because as everyone knows, there's nothing two people in a lover's spat like more than someone interrupting them to spout random bits of cultural knowledge. That separates them, metaphorically at least. Physically, Folykl stays clinging to Kuprum's back. Wrong again, fuck bulge. Fuck. What's up with the weirdness of this one? This is very weird. We're pale. So pale. Oh, pale. That's the nice one. The petting one. Where you talk about your feelings and then don't have sex. Okay. What? You got something to say? You guys really don't seem to have your shit. I don't know if I should say that. You guys seem like you have a wonderful, stable relationship. What would I go with? I'm gonna go with the stable relationship first. Right. Glad you understand. You don't feel great about this. It's not cool to tell lies, especially not to your new friends. But it's also not cool to neg your rad new friend's relationship, especially when you don't know how the fuck any of this stuff works. Honestly, you should probably come up with some sort of mnemonic for just how little you know about anything at all. You don't know what that means. You don't... Okay, YDK out WCM. Alright, you'll workshop it. LOL, you actually seem okay. Obviously a huge normie freak, but okay. You wonder what kind of people Kuprum has been hanging out with if he thinks you look normal. At this point you're... What? Dressed in a bathrobe, sunburned, slathered in sparkly lotion, and probably a bunch of other stuff you can't remember right now. His friends must look really wild. You hope whoever these friends are will be your friends too. You aren't picky about looks. The group of blue bloods out on the street, maybe they could use some friends too. You're getting the vapors at just the thought of all these potential connections. What the heck? You start around the dumpster to find out. Kuprum grabs the back of your shirt. Where do you think you're going? Idiot tries to make decisions for themselves. The decisions are bad. Nobody is fucking surprised. LOL. You point out, very respectfully, that all these people look pretty lost and confused. You assume the prank is over now. Everybody can shake hands and go on as friends. This is idiotic, considering what you have learned about Alternia up until now. Not a prank. This is war. It's not over until all of them are dead or crying. Well, okay. As long as you aren't the one dead or crying. None of the Highbloods look too close to doing either, though. They are standing in a clump in the center of the street, nervous, but fine. This is just a minor inconvenience, like a flat tire or spilled cup of coffee. They have been lurked into the slums by some greasy nerds, but Folykl and Kuprum don't seem to plan on doing anything besides watching and giggling. One of the Blue Bloods, a smallish girl with a cerulean symbol on her hair clips, is standing a little apart from the group, furiously texting. TFW, when Dirty Blue Blood Girl starts losing her cool. Should have known one of them would crack. You aren't sure what's going on. Okay. It's still not great. Gotta work on that a little bit. Regular is calling the damn drones. Usually Highbloods won't go running to them like that. Don't want to admit Lowbloods got one over on them. When you get owned, fucking own it. That could be on a t-shirt. Could it? I mean, I guess. If you're owning it, fucking own it. Folykl and Kuprum seem bummed that their prank is going to an end so fast and with so little damage done. This isn't the point of a prank. That everyone gets out of this relatively unscathed. Anything more of it becomes an assault. Overhead there's a whir and a clank. Loud, but not loud enough to prepare you for a damn flying bus coming in for a landing on the street. Holy shit! You don't think you've ever been so excited about public transportation. You were confident that continuing your ramble across their alien world was the best thing for you, but gosh, it would be nice for to rest your feet for a little while. Even better, none of the trolls getting on the bus seem to have any money or travel passes. Perfect! You don't have any of those things either. You start around the trash pile again, and this time, 2 pairs of hands grab you onto your back or your shirt. Dude, where the hell are you going? You quickly explain that you want to catch the bus before it takes off again. You have no idea how long it will be before another one arrives. Folykl and Kuprum look at you like you're crazy. Well, Kuprum looks at you and Folykl looks kind of off over your shoulder. Can you tell if looking at someone doesn't, can you call it looking if someone doesn't have eyes? I could call it a sensing thing, I suppose. That might fit a bit better. She feels you around. I mean, other senses get heightened, don't they? I mean, I guess the headphones don't really count either. She probably can't hear you all that well. Listen, I know we make jokes about the intelligence of everyone around us. It's just our thing. But you are actually mentally handicapped. You can't just get on chartered scuttle buggy. That's for cerulean and up. Maybe teal, if they got a death wish. This damn hemo spectrum thing again. You really need someone to sit you down and explain exactly how all of this works. Preferably without calling you an idiot the whole time, or hitting on you. That's happened a lot, actually. It just seems so arbitrary. At least the oppressive power structures from your planet make sense. Well, no they don't actually. But you're used to them, which makes it much better and more acceptable. You hang back as the Blue Bloods get on the bus. It occurs to you that even though it was their prank that lured the Blue Bloods down here, Folykl and Kuprum had to watch it all unfold from behind a dumpster. They don't dare do anything head on. Not that you support just randomly attacking people in the street, but it is kind of fucked up that only a certain kind of violence is acceptable, aimed in a very specific direction. Judging for how easily Kuprum picked you up with his brain, he could hold his own in a fight no problem. The bus takes off, blasting a backdrift that rattles the empty cans and crumpled bits of garbage in the gutter. Stillness descends on the alley. Wow. That was anticlimactic. Kuprum said that they're calling the drones, but a bus came instead. Maybe calling the drones can mean a whole bunch of things, like calling 911 can be a report of robbery, assault, or someone's leg falling off. Or that's what you think until you hear the distant but quickly closing pound of giant footsteps. Fuck. Time to go. Folykl wraps her arms more securely around Kuprum and he takes off. Like, literally takes off. At first, you think he's wearing those shoes with the little wheels on the bottom, the kind kids wear to crash into stuff at the mall. I mean, if they don't know how to control it, sure. I guess I followed them. Okay. But no, he's hovering a half-inch off the ground. You have to run to keep up with him, and your steps are distressingly loud on the pavement. A familiar weightlessness shoots through your limbs, settling in your guts. Energy crackles around you, picking you up off the ground and pulling you along behind them. He has enough power to float both of you at once, all the while carrying his girlfriend on his back. You don't know much about physics, but this is pretty damn impressive. I guess that's what that is. YWKAP. Still need to work on that. I don't like that one either. The three of you round a corner and you forget all about being impressed because you were too busy freaking the fuck out. You were so busy worrying about the drone coming from behind you that you did not consider the possibility of one closing in from the front. This one is smallish, but still got a lot bigger than you, and a lot spinier, and a lot more endowed with dangerous lasers, and it's focused on the three of you instead of someone else. You, Folykl, and Kuprum make a similar noise. It goes up a little bit like, ah, smash. Why? The smash at the end comes from Kuprum picking up all three of you with his brain and tossing you, just as the drone shoots his laser out of his torso. Oh, okay. It blasts the pavement where you've been standing into craggy, smoking chunks. I don't know why chumps came out. You tumble feet over ass into the alley wall. A concerning pain twinges through your healing ribs, but you're just so used to injuries at this point you barely wince. Uh-oh, she fell off. What's more concerning is Folykl. The blast rips her off Kuprum and sends her to the opposite direction, against the alley wall with you. She immediately curls into a ball, like a pill bug with a lot of hair. She doesn't respond when you ask her if she's okay, and when you aren't sure if you should touch her, you shouldn't move injured people, right? Especially not injured people with viodrot. I'm fine. I'll live. Oh fuck. That wasn't as spaced out as the rest. The drone had a 50-50 chance of coming in your direction instead of Kuprum's, and surprise! It did. It moves altogether way too fast for something that size. Aren't big things supposed to be slow? That's what video games taught you. And movies. Movies kinda did the same. Video games wouldn't lie, would they? I hope not. Fuck. Shit. Hell. You've come all this way, dodging so many dangers and made so many friends. And now you're just gonna get lasered by some huge spiky robot monster thing? Aren't they even robots? They kind of look organic. But so do, like, the couches here? But you digress. It's going to kill you. But instead of dealing you a quick fatal blow, the drone stops in the center of the street. Its big, ugly head swivels toward Folykl. Oh god. Is it possible you found someone more gullible than you are? Alternia definitely doesn't seem like a great place to be the weakest link. As usual, you are next to useless. All you can do is watch as the drone takes heavy steps toward her. Desperate, you kick a nearby trash can. You shout. You make as much noise as you can, trying to draw its attention. Once you have it, you aren't sure what you're going to do with it. But you aren't worried about that thing right now. The drone grinds to an uncertain halt. Its head slowly turns towards you, then back to Folykl. It can't make up its mind. Should it go for viodrot or the noisy asshole? Probably go after the noisy asshole. I mean, viodrot, if she's just gonna be there defenseless, the guy who can move would probably be the best choice. You look around for weapons while it's frozen in indecision. There's nothing here but empty bottles and tiny pieces of concrete. You really are the worthless wreck. Your new friend is about to get stomped or blasted or kicked with a giant metal leg, and all you can do is hop around like a maniac and smash a trash can. Fuck. Luckily, for once you aren't the only one here. Your new friend already has a friend. You're really friend crashing here. Oh, well, I guess there he went. Okay. Kuprum doesn't screw around. He rises up on a wave of crackling power, attacking the drone by, well, basically just by putting his hands on its big ugly head and discharging as much energy as possible, frying whatever brainstem the thing has. You try to be at least a little bit useful and drag Folykl out of the way of the drone as it falls. but it doesn't fall. It just shuts down. The evil red glow of its eyes dies, and it goes still. It becomes just a giant ugly statue of an alien robot in the middle of a filthy street. Kuprum drops like a rock, and before he even lets out of the air, he's on his way to Folykl. He shoves you out of the way. Fol, are you okay? Please say you're okay with what the fuck, Fol. Folykl buries her face in Kumprum's chest, her two little fists clenching tight on his arms. Her shoulders rise and fall. She's taking huge breaths like she couldn't get her lungs to work right. Do trolls even have lungs? They probably call them something weird respiratory sacs. Breathe glands. Suckfinsters? Suckfinsters? I don't know if I like that last one. I'm fine, idiot. You had a snide comment all ready to go, concerning appreciating your loved ones while you can before a big metal monster comes and squishes them, but sitting here watching Kuprum hold Folykl like they never want to let go. Well, all your snideness drains into a puddle at your feet. Don't tell me you pissed yourself. It's kind of what it sounds like. Their relationship might not be the healthiest, but honestly, whose is? You've seen some really bad shit, both here and back home. Hey, you okay, dork? Yeah, you really are. Thanks to them. Oh, well, there you go. Victory. Sweet. Alright, well, now it's time to go see what other game over we've got. But that was, very interesting. They do have a very good relationship. I like that. Albeit weird, but it's a good thing he has powers, I'm sure. Or we would have definitely died. So, let's try. You guys don't have your shit together. You mentioned just how offhandedly chill as hell that maybe they might have a few things that they need to work on. No pressure or anything. Just this sort of stuff a helpful friend does. Mentions shortcomings and crappy relationship dynamics. Having friends is great. The light glitters on Kumprum's goggles, even as it is sucked into the black hole of Folykl's not eyes. Not eyes? You calling me out? You coming into my hive and spouting this shit? You point out that this is a trash heap. Even though you don't want to judge, he might have a trash hive. It's a figure of speech. Kind of like, go fuck yourself. Both of them look pissed, but Kuprum looks extra pissed. I know what this is. You're out to steal my girl. You really think you can give Fol what she needs? What she craves? He's making it sound like a fetish rather than a medical condition. Maybe it's both. Could be. You really want to come at me, motherfucker? The hairs on on the back of your neck stand on end. That's how loud he yells. Well, I didn't yell that loud. That's just weird though, what I'm seeing. Apparently his powers goes into her eyes. That is odd. Or maybe it's the crackling of energy slowly emanating from his pores and building like a sine wave. At first you think it's just a finally cracking under all the pressure, but it's really happening. The glow of white hot electricity rolls up his arms and shoulders and into Folykl, where it travels over the length of her body and centers where her eyes should be. She shivers and lets out a short, a silently lewd sound, her hands tighten in Kumprum's wild hair. Man, you really shouldn't be watching this. You are blushing something fierce. Apparently it was something very sexual. I mean, I guess that makes some sense, I guess. It's really weird. But, okay. You think you got what's going on here. A kind of symbiosis. His energy overflows when he gets upset, and Folykl sucks up that energy to treat her viodrot. He is her giant battery. In a way. You remember Sarava mentioning that powerful Goldbloods have a tendency to get harvested for their energy. Maybe Kuprum is one of those powerful psychics. Ha! He wishes Trizzy is gonna chew him up and spit him out. Then I'm really gonna have to find another sucker to leech off of. Folykl's looking at you, considering, well, you aren't actually sure if she can see you. Definitely not with her eyes, since she doesn't have those. Maybe she's like a cricket. Don't they hear with their legs or some horse shit like that? What? This guy? Please. Sure, why not? I'm getting sick of your shit anyway. Oh god, are they breaking up right in front of you? Oh god. Folykl crawls down off of Kuprum's back and starts across the filthy alley floor towards you, scuttling and bug-like. And now instead of yelling, Kuprum is snickering. Actual laughter, not LOLs. That's a good sign, right? It's great when friends can laugh together, especially when shit get awkward. I think you meant shit gets awkward. But, close enough. You think you can power me the way I need? Oh, whoa. She gets in your face. She really, really needs a shower. Oh, man. But you don't have room to talk. It's been a long time since Tagora's abolition trap. Besides, judging someone based on their personal hygiene is shallow, right? It's what's on the inside that counts. Yeah, you're sure that that's the sort of thing that makes you deep? Seriously, you have so much left to give. Friend love is what you are all about. Maybe this is what all the desperation has been leading up to. The slow rising of your friendship level in order to reach the peak of unbelievable bro power. To friend this young Goldblood from a codependent relationship, you've been conditioning your body, putting it through its paces, building up a tolerance to bullshit and just bathing in metaphorical resonance. Folykl kisses you. Wow, that is friendly. Lots of people kiss their friends, you're pretty sure. Not really, no. But okay, maybe? Yeah, you're super progressive. This is fine. You sort of wish that this is the first alien tongue you've had in your mouth didn't taste like Cheetos. Oh my god, this is getting weird. But you can't have everything in life. But holy shit, you're doing it. You feel a rush of energy flow through you, lightening up your whole body and pouring into Folykl, filling her to the brim with the power she needs, the power she craves. God, you're the best friend ever. It's you. You rock. You seriously, LOL, are LOL, the best. And more LOLs. Oh, son of a bitch. You feel something warm in the back of your neck, and Kuprum is giggling right next to your ear. Somehow, while you were busy kissing his girlfriend, he snuck up from behind and started kissing you too. What the? Well, more of just putting his mouth on you and moving his tongue around. Oh god. He must be feeding psychic energy into you, which Folykl is sucking out of your mouth. They're using you like a goddamn copper wire. You could be into it. You could maybe be into it if you weren't behind a dumpster, and if you were looking for something more than a good old-fashioned or wholesome friending. Kuprum, fuck off. Don't help. You aren't involved in this. Kuprum is still laughing. He's added the LOLs back in, which you like even less when they're pressed against your neck. Okay. He steps back and the flood of energy lets up. You go from feeling a little like a little light bulb to feeling like a little steadily deflating balloon. Folykl kisses you again. It still tastes like Cheetos, but also like dying. Like your entire body has been placed into a juicer and a giant is squeezing down. Your muscles twitch and drool drips over the corner of your mouth. Apparently I pass out too. Folykl must be the one thing holding you up, because when she steps back you slump to your knees. Then go down onto your side. Your fall is broken by some old rotting fruit. Cool. Folykl stands silhouetted against the streetlight in all her greasy glory. Thanks, Normie. That'll hold me for maybe like the next 15 minutes. A fog closes in on you as you lie on the filthy pavement. It is the fog of death, or just impending unconsciousness? You don't know. One thing is for sure, though. It is not the fog of impending friendship. Oh boy, that was weird. I think he gave me a hickey too, but oh my god. That was, very odd. Very, very odd. I don't know why they went with the route down that way, but I guess it works. We got new friends though, but the other route was completely odd. The fact of why he was kissing me and she was, but I guess she was, you know, kind of trying to prove a point, and it didn't work out so well. But, oh well. Goes to show that some friends are just weird. But I can't wait to see what else they got for Volume 7. I still have no idea how far they're going with this. I was not expecting 6 volumes already. I was probably expecting more like 3, 5 at most, but they just keep going. So we'll keep finding new friends as the more that comes out. So we'll have to see what happens next. So thank you for joining me for this adventure. See you guys for the next adventure. Bye.